No. Turn on, you piece of shit.
The Resistance series finally makes a return to trophy hunting with the release of Retribution to the PlayStation Classics catalogue. The last game with trophies for the series was 2012's Burning Skies, the first FPS to be released on the ill-fated Vita. It was an honest and good attempt, but ultimately received mixed reviews and likely caused the series to lay dormant. Maybe Burning Skies walked a little so Killzone mercenaries could run. A highlight of the series for me is Resistance 2. It had an awesome single player, a whole co-op game mode, and 60-man multiplayer. It was a good game, lots of content to digest, and a difficult platinum to boot. Resistance 3 followed suit, and was an all-round another good game from Insomniac. I can't believe it's been 12 years since we've had anything Resistance related, and that's why this is quite exciting. The release of Retribution marks the first return to the series for a long time. So what the hell is Retribution then? Something I had forgotten about completely. Originally a 2009 release on the PSP, it's a game I never played. In fact, I thought Retribution was Burning Skies when I read the news about it coming to PS5. That meant I was going into this completely blind, and honestly, nothing could prepare me for how unhinged this game can be.
Stupid midget!
There's a couple of things you should know about Retribution before starting. It's a short, sweet and straightforward platinum. It took me about 6 hours to receive the old shiny. It's without doubt the easiest platinum in the series. The biggest challenge you'll face then is how much jank you can handle, and if you're comfortable playing an older game. PSP games on the big screen are like playing and looking at PS2 games. It's not a looker, and the camera can betray you often. Despite this, I found the moment-to-moment gameplay exciting and satisfying. It's extremely action-packed. The weapons, the enemy variety, and the encounters are excellent and kept me engaged throughout the campaign. Every weapon feels punchy and has an alternative fire. It's one of those games where every weapon is useful and has its place. I especially enjoyed the ricochet charge shot of the bullseye and the slow motion aiming of the Far Eye sniper rifle. The auger is king, however, which can pop up barriers and shoot enemies through walls. 28 trophies is a fair amount to collect, and I was imagining a varied list like the other Resistance games going in. A varied list is not what we have though, with only 4 miscellaneous trophies, which I don't think can even be considered missable. Firstly, you must die once, rewarding an insanely generous gold trophy. This might be the easiest I can think of for a while. Death came about quite easily as well. The enemies are able to shred you in seconds if you're out of cover. Although not a requirement of any sort, I played on normal difficulty and found it to be challenging enough. I died every now and again across the campaign. The second trophy is awarded for simply killing 50 enemies. Another easy gold trophy. You'll earn this on the first level with no problems. The third trophy is using the auger weapon 100 times. Yep, shoot a weapon 100 times for another ridiculously easy gold trophy. It is one of my favourite weapons from the series. It can deploy a shield and the bullets go through cover and just about anything. The barrier is integral for some segments later on, whilst the primary fire is useful for armoured targets or enemies deep in cover. The final miscellaneous trophy is Omni-Lethal, which is awarded for using all 10 weapons in the game. You won't get this until the second to last mission, where the trophy will pop for firing the advanced auger, and yeah, that's another gold. The remaining 23 trophies are awarded after each mission, and that's it. The challenge of the platinum is to play through and complete the game. When you defeat the final boss, the platinum will unlock, because there's no way you didn't earn the 4 miscellaneous trophies on the way. It is quite refreshing to play a game with trophies without insane requirements sometimes. Often hunting down collectibles or attempting speedruns can be tiresome. I think platinums like this have their place, especially for a series like Resistance. Every series should have that one game that's a bit easier on the mind and better to tackle at the 100% than others. It's a little strange collectible hunting was omitted. There are plenty of them scattered throughout the levels, as well as skill points that are awarded for completing certain side objectives. I wonder if the devs just wanted to make it simpler, or perhaps it's easier for them to implement some basic requirements. Whatever the reason, it makes for an easy and straightforward platinum for a series I really enjoyed back in the day. It felt fitting for an older game to pop trophies at the end of each level, and it was nice to focus on the entertaining if not very silly story. And silly the story is, maybe not what they were going for, but the main protagonist will always be in my thoughts for the wrong reasons. James Grayson, he does not give a fuck.
Do you know how to operate this?
If those gorillas can drive one, so can I.
This guy's a one-man army of hatred. Chimera.
See the chrysalis lair now. I'm gonna shove the serum right up their arse.
The British.
Acknowledged. Oh, avoid their clouds. And I mean that. The rankest thing I've ever smelled. And I eat British food.
French people.
What was that for? Because you're a frog.
Small people.
You are worthless, Tommy.
Stupid midget.
He hates everyone and everything, and I love him for it.
Grayson 2, and whatever the hell you are, nil.
It's worth playing through this just to see this guy punch people he doesn't like and insulting everything.
Bollocks!
The game is fun and has that challenging 2010 feel to it, on normal at least. It's so full of jank and really feels like a PSP game though. I can't stress that enough. The aiming sometimes has a mind of its own, and coupled with the camera, it can often be a struggle. If it wasn't for the secondary fire on the bullseye weapon, which ricochets a charged energy shot between enemies, the game might have been too frustrating. This will put a lot of people off when a game both feels old and actually is old, so I can only recommend it if you're a fan of the series already, or perhaps you have a soft spot for old PSP and PS2 third-person shooters, or maybe you're just a trophy hunter looking for an easy platinum. I played this to round off my Resistance plats. I quite like the idea of having all platinums in a series. I'd love to talk about the others in Resistance sometime, along with other games with lots of platinums to their name. Whatever the reason, I hope you earn the platinum without struggle. Hopefully this video has given you an opinion on it one way or the other. I certainly enjoyed my time with it, and Retribution's unhinged protagonist.
James Grayson, bitches.
So perhaps a shorter video for a shorter game. Thanks for watching this frog-punching, chimera-hating episode. Let me know if you can stomach this kind of game, or you stay clear of re-releases. Subscribe if you enjoyed, but as always, please take it easy, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.
Car right.
Not bad for a deserter and a frog.